What's up YouTube? This is the second time I'm doing this video. This is going to be my impressions of Adobe Photoshop CS4. I've done it before, but I did it too long, and for some reason it wouldn't cut, so I've got to do it in one take. So sorry if I rush over things, okay? Basically, I'm assuming that you already know the Photoshop series. Maybe got CS1, CS2, maybe even CS3 like myself. So, what's really out there in this Photoshop for you, especially for me. I was on CS3. I thought I'd stay there for a bit because I didn't see no point in upgrading. But I think there is a point, even for one or two little updates. And there's one big thing that will swing your decision. It swung my decision to get it. It sounded very cool, and it is an awesome thing. And I'll show that a bit later. What I'm going to do is the layout. Hopefully you can see this is this right bar at the top is different. You can set it to whatever. Say I want to work with video, which does work, by the way. You can import FLVs or FLAs or SWFs, so flash videos. What you can do is get a flash video, add graphics to it, instead of using what's it, Adobe Encore? No, Encore. There's a Adobe program that was used, to edit videos. I mean, you still will use that if you've got MPEGs and stuff like that. But what would be cool is that you can draw over a character or get things coming out of a character drawing scene by scene from a video, which is awesome. So that's one big thing of getting this thing. The main update for CS4 is, in a sense, organization. Okay. They're all about continuing from the CS3 about organization. You click that in, and look how small and neat that is. Okay, click color, etc. What swatches, and even expand it and de-expand it. What you can do is change the screen mode. You can change it to full screen, so all you see is a black screen and then the picture. So if you're brushing, it'll be perfect for that. So it's all about organization. Easier to see the picture instead of getting, kind of put off by all these things at the side. Everything is for your own use to make your experience a little bit nicer. And I think it's great like that. Probably the best organization feature is tabs. As you can see here, I've got two tabs open. It works more like a browser rather than what it used to be. It used to be like there was a little file name here, and you click that and expand it and move it yourself. This time you just simply switch between one and the other and then delete them like a web browser. So it's a lot easier for you to use. So I really like it like that. Obviously, hopefully you can see this analysis even, and 3D. Obviously 3D is a big important thing. You can import 3D objects, but I'll be doing that in a second. Analysis, more about organizations. You can set scales, you can record measurements, you can put data points, you can place markers, you can count, you can use your rulers. As well, if we go into view, you can more things about organization is change aspect ratios. I think you could do that in the others, but now you can do setup, pre-setup. And down here you can change the palettes. You can use one for the Mac if you've got using a Macintosh, or Windows, RGB, or if you're colorblind, so it's easier for you to use a color. So they really market it more for the person to make everything a bit easier for you, and things like that, which is, probably the only real direction they can take from this program. Okay, as well, yeah, 3D and filters, nothing really new apart from vanishing point, which I'm going to quickly show you because I still don't understand it. Obviously a vanishing point, and there you go, you have a 3D vanishing point. So say your house is there, you want to draw, you can use this, put it onto the page and see if you're, see if it's correct. You can draw over it, as you can see, etc. But I haven't really tried it out much, and really it's not something I would use, to be honest. Even if I was doing perspective drawings, I'd rather set up rulers or things like that. Okay, so as you see, two little buttons here. These are 3D, so I'll talk about them in 1 second. What I'm going to do is, one nice little feature is image and auto color, and it makes the colors a little bit nicer, a little bit crisper, and you can do that on auto contrast. So that's quite cool. I'm not sure if they were in the others. I Don't think they were. Okay, the main reason, and I mean the super main reason for getting this, is go to Edit and go to Content Aware Scaling. Okay, so if you were aware of the other CSs or the other Photoshops, you would do free transform, and look, the character's really pixelated and really thinned out. Okay, so you know it's kind of ruined the character. But there is a new one called Content Aware Scaling, which I'm going to do. Edit Content Aware Scaling, and what it does, it's witchcraft. This is incredible. Okay, what they did, they bought this feature off a university, paid them big money for it, but it's incredible. As you can see, the character is still the same thickness, same weight. How does it detect that character? I mean, this one is a simplish background, but I've had complicated backgrounds, you know, with trees and things like that in the background, and it still recognises it. What I'll do is now apply it. It will take a few seconds. I've got a powerful PC, so it should be a bit easier for me, but for some computers it might be a bit longer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is perfectly place it, hopefully. I think that's still a bit blurred. That's pretty much 100% on, and as you can see, there is that layer 100%. Turn that off. Look at that. The characters are still the same, but the picture, the canvas is. I still don't know. I'm still amazed by it. You know, I don't know how they've done it. Hats off to the university guys for finding this. It's absolutely insane, and it would be great actually for some things. That you wanted to scale that person down, you know, and less background. So that's perfect. But yeah, that's the main reason I really upgraded it. I think that's an incredible feature. Okay, so now really on to 3D. 3D's been implemented. Nice little thing that you can do. Say I want this picture now. So say I want a bit of the picture. So I want that. So Control C, take it into this. Okay, as you can see, it's a code can. It's a 3D image. It's a DAE file that I got off the internet. And down here, this one is the rotate. As you can see, rotate, pan, scale, 3D scaling. As you can see, if I go on the right layer, you can scale it, etc. If I got to rotate, you can rotate it, and it's a full 3D image. You can render it if you right-click. Then render settings. Render settings are quite cool. You can get your own. So maybe V-Ray that do Autodesk will do ones, but you can get it to the ones that you like. Maybe you want this. You know, maybe you do want the line illustration, getting rid of color. Maybe you want a shaded one, still with the lines, so it looks more 3D, which is pretty cool. And you can get a better look. You can set lights. It's really trying to be a 3D program now, integrated with the Photoshop, which I think will be quite cool. As you can put images on, as I'm going to show quickly. And I mean, it's not really showing that much. Control C. I don't know why it's not pasting. Always when you're trying to show something, it just screws up. Maybe because I'm not on the right layer. There we go. Okay, so obviously that's too big. I'm actually going to use free transform, not scaling, because I can't be really bothered. They've improved this much. They've improved as well, which I like to say. They've improved the scaling, the zooming in, so pixels retain the, you know, pixelation better. So all you go, blending modes, turn it down. Hardness, opacity, all the way down, and actually turn it up a bit actually. And as you can see, it's blending more into the can. The can's a basic colour, so I'm sorry about that, but best I can do. As you can see, it blends in, and you can do it better. You can put designs onto your 3D objects. Obviously, you still have the adjustment layers, brightness and contrast, which they've changed around. Hopefully made it a little bit better, etc. Okay, so you know, it's a great program, great addition, especially for the 3D. It's worth it, and especially for the content aware scaling. That's my impressions. Comment, rate, subscribe. More coming soon.